Hi, I'm Dave McCaig and I'm the Operational Manager for Renfrewshire Learning Disability Services and I manage all the day and respite services. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, it was more important than ever to make sure that we adapted the way that we digitally include our supported people and everybody that accesses our service. For anyone, a change of routine that the pandemic has caused would have a massive impact on their health, well-being, anxieties, and this is even greater for the individuals that access our services. With our services closed, we quickly realised we needed to support people in a different way, to complement the welfare phone calls, activity packs and newsletters that we deliver to people. Some of our service have social media pages and WhatsApp groups and they all post on a regular basis. We create films and digital content. We'd never run groups online. However, we knew it was an effective way to connect with people, to socialise and reduce feelings of loneliness and support people's mental health and well-being. We knew that there were several barriers to overcome to help the people we support to engage with digital technology. Areas like a lack of access to equipment and internet, a skills gap or means to learn, not only for our parents and carers, but some of our support staff, our supported people, including those that live independently. Also, the motivation and confidence to use, understand and engage with digital technology. As a service, we recognise that as fantastic as our online groups have been, they will not meet the need for absolutely everybody. There are many individuals that either choose to not participate or potentially don't have the capacity to participate. It was a steep learning curve for all staff, lots of trial and error, but they worked hard to adapt to digital methods of inclusion. They worked closely with parents and carers to improve their digital skills that in turn enabled their son or daughter to access our online groups.
Hello, my name is Sudhakar Sharma. I'm Physiotherapy Team Lead for Clyde Sector and I'm based at Renfrewshire Learning Disability Services. As you can see from my badge, it says Digital Champion. That's my self-proclaimed geek. And even before the beginning of this pandemic, we were in talks with day center and services to start walk-in virtual clinics, which were already in place. And when we had to adapt the way we work and lots of changes. But the big one was that we lost the face-to-face touch with our client group. So when we heard about the Connecting Scotland scheme, we thought, wow, that's a great opportunity for our service, collating this application on behalf of our service, which includes our community teams, day center services, made the bid requesting for these digital devices, why we need them and how it will make an impact for our client group. And we were successful. Not only once, we got 2 allocations. The first time it was 18 devices we received and second time 20 devices. And it's not just the tablets and the iPads that we received, but along with it, they've given us mobile Wi-Fi devices. So day services and all the other services were able to organize these Zoom classes, which some of my clients, they're addicted now and they look forward to it one day after another. So it's been fab.
Through welfare calls to supported people and speaking to parents and carers, we knew that people were missing their friends, their groups, staff and in our FlexiCare service, the volunteers. We asked people if they would be interested in virtual groups and what kind of activities they would like to be involved in. Knowing people were missing their friends, we created small video chat groups, bringing together known friendships. When the video chat groups became popular, we observed that large groups didn't suit some of the people we support as they got lost in the conversation. This led to a couple of other video chat sessions being created. Our next step was to create virtual versions of groups and activities that people took part in at their services and that they told us they were missing. Again, this worked well and created a large variety of different groups. We've discovered very quickly that people prefer to access sessions that are practical and have an activity rather than just a general chat. We trialled different apps from Google Duo, Teams to Zoom. After a lot of user testing, we realised that Zoom was the most secure and easy to use for everyone. Each service made the decision to purchase the full Zoom subscription as it would enable us to centrally manage a comprehensive programme of online activities, allowing groups to run for more than 40 minutes at a time, and we were not limited in group numbers. We have 1 or 2 people in each service who set up and manage the groups. They schedule times, dates and duration, add group members, and they also make sure that accessing the groups is easy to do by making the logins the same for all groups. By managing the logistics of the groups centrally, it enables staff facilitating the groups the time to concentrate on the content or activity and not have to worry about setting their groups up every week. It would have been almost impossible to get the people we support to join our online groups without the help of parents and carers. Many parents and carers needed our help to download the apps and create email addresses. Staff stepped them through the process by phone and created easy read how to use Zoom guides, which they posted on Facebook. Then staff held practice sessions to help parents, carers and supported people gain confidence in using the apps and equipment. One recurring problem that everyone experienced is problems with Wi-Fi. It can cause problems with the image quality and sound and can drop people out of their groups. At first, people got anxious when there were problems. However, after a lot of work to reassure people that it wasn't their fault and that sometimes this happens, they now know what to expect and are prepared when it happens. In the beginning, staff spent a lot of time making sure that people were happy and knew what to do in their online groups. We used thumbs up and thumbs down and red and green cards to make sure people were ready and everything was working. It took time and gentle reminders that for groups to run well, people needed to stay on mute when not talking. Every week, engagement grows as people's skills develop. We now run a comprehensive programme of fun, inclusive online activities that help to provide creative, lifelong learning programmes and support people to stay safe, be active and stay connected with friends and peers. We post an easy-read calendar of events on Facebook showing what's on and when, along with login details. The use of social media to promote our online groups is something that we will continue to do and is a communication channel that we believe will enable us to create a cross-service online community for the people we support. Our tutor-led classes include art and music sessions, Tai Chi, dance and drumming. We run football chat groups, book groups, lunchtime and afternoon tea and a chat, movie nights, reminiscing chat groups, to name a few. Building on our learning from the video chat groups and the tutor-led groups, we felt ready to create our own smaller bespoke groups that were more person-centred and required us to make our own digital content. They include bespoke versions of TV games like Play Your Cards Right and the Generation game. We have very popular bingo groups, movie reviews, show and tell sessions, quizzes on topics chosen by the group members that also include important learning lessons, discos to celebrate special occasions, birthday celebrations, pancake day, treasure hunts, baking classes, exercise classes, health classes, mindfulness classes and much more. We created a virtual Makaton choir that helped supported people and parents and carers get to know each other better. We support people to stay connected with organisations that are important to them by attending the National Involvement Network's online meetings. Our Gateway Intensive Support Service have developed a number of innovative ways to digitally connect with the people they support.
Gateway is a day service that supports 16 autistic individuals who have complex support needs. Historically, the people that come to Gateway would have been supported out of area, and as part of the Coming Home report, we are able to support them within their own area. Most of our individuals really enjoy technology. Some are highly skilled. They enjoy cartoon animation and utilise specialised software. But due to the impact autism has on an individual, these activities are solo endeavours. We had to work hard and be extremely creative and innovative in our pursuit of engagement. At Gateway, we have a band called the Gateway Clash, and in order to facilitate band practice under COVID restrictions, staff accessed locations within Gleneffer-Braes and recorded some of the songs the band have been performing over the past few years. The boys utilised garden space to play their instruments and all get together over Zoom, which was highly creative and quite an achievement. Staff went above and beyond in their activity videos. This included art, cooking, storytelling, as well as just having a carry-on performing hilarious antics, dressed up as clowns, using humour to connect with people. It allowed people to stay motivated, but also just to see each other's faces. We also had FIFA tournaments between staff and service users. One of the other things we managed to do was support individuals who have limited verbal communication to text. This helped them to stay connected because certain individuals in the service can write and understand written language, but have difficulties with spoken language. The Gateway Clash were also part of an online music festival.
So we intended last year to have a big sort of smash hits launch party at Pace Arts Centre with local bands playing, but we had to kind of quickly adapt online, and the online event was just a huge success and attracted thousands of views and was just really exciting.
You've phoned in and checked in to make sure we're all okay. You've put on funny posts and made us laugh, and you're actually working with Holly and keeping her safe.
In Renfrewshire Learning Disability Services, we knew that it's important to hear from the people who access our service and to learn from their experiences of the last 12 months. So everybody, staff, carers, parents, but more importantly, the people that we actually support, about how they've been impacted during the pandemic. So working with our participation officer and a group of people from services, we got together to try and develop a survey method that would be meaningful and possible to do. It was agreed that the best way forward was to learn from our experience of using online groups and do a picture-based virtual consultation. Our preferred method in an ideal world would still be face-to-face consultation. But by doing a virtual consultation, we could still see people's facial expressions and body language, they could see ours, and we could use images to support people's understanding and have a natural conversation. Another advantage of the survey's digital format was that we could record the conversation. It not only allows staff to concentrate on actually helping people to understand the topic and encourage discussion, it negates the need for a scribe, which can make the person feel that it's a test. These surveys are still ongoing. So far the methods worked well. People have engaged and enjoyed the conversations. Staff are a little bit apprehensive about doing it because it was new, but after some practice they found the method to be successful and enjoyable too. We'll continue to explore this method of engagement in the future. By analysing the information we've gathered through our staff, the Parents and Carers survey and the Virtual Supported People survey, we can determine themes and key bits of information. What did we do differently that people liked? And after the difficult year that everyone's had, what are the most important things in people's lives? We can then build this new information into our action plan that was created through our previous review of services to make sure that what people are telling us will help shape our services in 2021 and beyond. To support the continued development of our digital activities, we formed a working group. The group looked at existing content to understand the reasons behind its development, to share experiences of what works and what doesn't, to share group resources and work together to develop new ideas and content.
To support our future use of digital technology, we need to continue to invest in upskilling our staff by making sure that they have the time to improve their digital skills and complete our in-house digital skills training. We also plan to encourage digital champions across our services by supporting them to continue to access Connecting Scotland's online training and support. By improving the digital skills of staff, they can help supported people develop their digital skills, be a guide for colleagues, and continue to support parents and carers. As we start to recover our services after the COVID pandemic, we recognise that virtual groups will continue to play an important part in what we do within Renfrewshire Learning Disability Service. We fully understand that it's not a service that will replace our building-based services and our community outreach. It's an added value to what we do and adds variety in the types of services that we can engage in. The feedback from our parents and carers survey and the Supported People's Digital Survey highlights that people have enjoyed the online groups and there's real value and desire for them. So, we know that we have the evidence to continue to build on the work that we have done so far.
So a couple of months into it, I got a call from Karen from FlexiCare that runs this group, and Karen says, well, we're going to put the group digitally. It's going to be on Zoom. Do you think if I send you the details that Finlay would, engage in that? And my initial response was just absolutely not. He finds it really difficult, well, in my opinion, he finds it really difficult to engage face to face with people. And if he feels he's on a camera, I don't know how that will go. It was so much to my surprise, he was like, oh, desperate to do it. And the first time we went on, absolutely went for it, completely engaged, came down much later than they would normally come in from groups, and then every Thursday night he gets himself set up for it. So he gets organised from it like really early on in the day, so you couldn't start making dinner, it starts at 7. I couldn't start making dinner at 6 because Finlay would feel that was too late, because he needs to be ready for his group. He goes up to the bedroom and he gets the table set up and he gets his laptop set up, and he's ready to go like from 15 minutes to 7 kind of thing, all set. Certainly since it's on a kind of digital format, he seems to stay, and certainly the feedback I've had from the team that run the group is that he stays much longer and has been much more engaged in it.
The digital teams, etc., and the fact that with Lynn, with Paddy, with Zoom, Ian has just taken to it like a duck to water, and without it I think we would have had a different scenario with Ian, a frustrated and very angry Ian, because Ian gets frustrated with nothing to do, being there, and it's been a godsend.
Where there is crisis, there is opportunity. If we were looking at online groups as a project before COVID, we would have probably spent a long time saying this is where we will struggle and here's where the issues will be. And how is it going to be inclusive? Due to COVID, there's been less bureaucracy and we've been empowered to respond quickly, and we've just had to go and get it done. It is truly amazing what we've created in such a short space of time.